Hey guys, Brad from Two Crimson here with my brother Zach.
The Great.
We're going to be doing the discussion video, bringing you discussion talking about G Extra Booster 3, the Galaxy Stargate.
Awesome.
Pretty good set. Pretty happy with it. We're waiting for the reveal that was this is being recorded Monday. So the reveal was this morning for the GR. So for D Police, we were waiting on that, but mostly everything's revealed. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the set, and we only talk about the triple R's and the GRs of the set, and then we aren't going to really talk about the Zeroth Dragon because I already made a discussion video talking about the Zeroth Dragon, but I might still get some of his thoughts at the end of the video on that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on with it, and we're first starting with D Police, and the first one is Super Dimensional Robo Die Nexus, grade 3 11K. Auto Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1, and choose a grade 3 with Dimensional Robo and its card name from your drop zone and put it on the bottom of your deck. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, call up to 1 card with Dimensional Robo and its card name from among them to Rearguard Circle. Choose one of your Vanguards. It gets the original power of the called unit until end of turn, and shuffle your deck. Also, Continuous Vanguard Circle GB1. All of your grade 3 units with Dimensional Robo in their card name gets Shield plus 10,000 and Intercept. So yeah, that's it. That's the triple R for Dimensional Robo. So what are your thoughts on that?
It's awesome, actually. I really like that. It makes the grade 3s not completely useless.
Yeah.
So yeah, they gain that shield whenever they intercept and whenever they're in hand, which I know that since they have that guard break, they usually play a lot of grade 3s. So yeah, it makes them basically not wasted or just not sitting there in your hand for no reason. It gives you options. So yeah, and then the on stride skill, that was also pretty good. Adds power to the Vanguard, which is something that they do to unlock certain skills. So, and then yeah, bringing out a Rearguard is pretty nice.
Yeah, you're pretty much superior calling and gaining massive power for it. So, which Dimensional Police do. So I think this is a solid addition to the Dimensional Robo kind of archetype there.
Definitely a good card.
Definitely a good card for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on with the next one.
Next one, another triple R for the set for the D Police. It's Bravest Victor Grand Gallop.
Stealing your Victor name, jeez.
Victor. Well, it's spelled with a K, so it's get it? Okay, so its skill is continuous from hand. If you do not have a face-up grade 4 with Gallop in its card name on your Vanguard Circle or G Zone, it cannot be called a normal card called to Rearguard Circle. And then it has another skill, Auto. Soul Blast 1, when your G unit strides, you would pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets 12,000 power until end of turn. And it's the one that's 13k base. So that, I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty beast skill. Yeah, automatically gaining the 25 if you use both skills with that power. So
yeah, 13k base, so all those little pokes swinging for 11ks that a lot of decks can do now. That's not going to really hurt when you ride into this. Yeah, and then just that on stride skill is pretty nuts.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's definitely good.
Oh, 12k is
definitely
pretty solid. That's yeah, and then I already kind of went over this too in the Zeroth Dragon video a bit, but this is one of the combinations that you can use with Zeroth Dragon of Iron Man, Tony Stark, and be able to get that up to like 100k. yeah, it's a really beast card.
Definitely.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the GR of this set for D Police, and that is Bravest Peak X Gallop. That's the reveal that we've been waiting for, and we got this morning. So
did not disappoint.
Did not disappoint. Okay, so the skill is Burst. Auto Vanguard Circle once per turn. Once per turn. Counterblast 1. Choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up. Generic flip. When this unit attacks, if this unit's power is 40,000 or greater, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets +1 drive check. At the end of that battle, this unit's power is 80,000 or greater. That's stand it, and it gets drive -4. Also, continuous Vanguard Circle GB3. This unit gets +10,000 power for each face-up card in your G zone.
Automatically makes it so easy. You don't even have to use the Grand Gallop Grade 3 to get that high. It could do it all on its own.
Yeah, this is super easy to use. The GB3, you could, if you're not striding first, you could obviously, like what I do with Purge, what we used to do with Ziegenberg, all that stuff. You can just go into G guard first, and then go into the stride, and then you're instantly getting some pretty hardcore, pretty hardcore advantage. 4 drive checks, and
it's awesome.
And that's also after. It has to be at 80,000 after battle. So after that first attack, so all those 4 drive checks that you get, if you stack them all onto the Vanguard and stuff, like say you're just falling short or something, if you get just those triggers and stuff and stack them onto the Vanguard and meet that 80,000 requirement, there you go, you've got it. I think this is a really solid skill. It's not X Gallop restricted either, so D-Dimensional Robos will still be able to use it and everything.
Which is awesome. I mean, it probably will be... well, it wouldn't be harder to use because it sets itself up. It might be maybe a little weaker. I guess it depends on how they work.
I think it would be weaker, a little bit in the D-Robo deck, but
still really good.
Yeah, because especially that new Grand Gallop, it's going to get it up there. And then the Grade 1 that I can combo with, you're going to doubles power. Grand Scout, I think. I keep forgetting its name. Yeah, I think it's called Grand Scout, but it like doubles power. So like, this is no problem. Getting to 80K it's not gonna be too difficult.
Sounds like a lot, but it's not.
It's
at all.
It's not very hard at all. Yeah. So that's about it. That's it for the D Police part. So what are your thoughts about it? D Police impacting the meta? Do you think they're gonna?
I definitely think that they would go up, potentially to like tier 1. That'd be cool. I am not aware of what tier they're in currently, but if they're not already in tier 1, then I definitely say they'd be going up to tier 1, and if not that, then they have to be tier 1.5 for sure. I disagree, but that's fine. Everyone has their own opinions, and that's fine. We are not but I'm
opposed
still
to
right.
that. Whatever. He's still right. But I put D Police has always been kind of a glass cannon. I still love them. I think they're really good and stuff, and you sweat whenever you're playing against them. But I don't know how much this is going to impact them. I feel like it will move them up a little bit, but I don't know, with all the other stuff that's around, I still see them being such a hardcore glass cannon. But that's just me. You guys all have your own thoughts. But I'm not trying to offend any D Police players out there. Much respect for you. Love D Police.
But I'm right.
He thinks he's right for everything.
I am.
So, but definitely I do feel like these cards are needed, and definitely give them a boost in today's ongoing metagame and stuff. So let's get on to
my babies, my noble grapples, my children. They came from me. They came out of me.
They're my children.
They're mine. Okay, so they did get a grade 2 triple R, and its name is Extreme Battler Galshachi or something goofy, but definitely a good card. So its skill is continuous on rearguard circle. If you have a Vanguard with Victor in its card name, this unit gets continuous resist and auto rearguard circle. Once turn, counterblast 1. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your other rearguards and stand it. And then it has another skill, Rush, auto rearguard circle once per turn. It's a generation break 2. Who cares? When this unit stands due to an effect of one of your cards, this unit gets 7,000 power until end of turn. So automatically making it a 16k like a normal column. That's awesome. It's basically Cool Hank plus Sever Temper right off the bat with resist. Yeah. That's awesome. All in one card.
It's
Beast.
Yeah.
Instant 4 Beast. Amazing.
Can I talk about it? No, yeah, it's a really good card. I don't know, he's kind of
it's so awesome, man. Like,
he's like, I'm in love.
I could drool. I could talk all day about this card, but I won't, unfortunately. So yeah, definitely a really good card. I say that they needed resist. Honestly, Novas have needed resist.
He's been like crying.
Been complaining so hard about them not having resist. I almost cried once.
Almost.
I had a nightmare about it once. They didn't get resist in this pack. I had a nightmare.
It's like Javi. One time when this is totally off topic. One time for Yu-Gi-Oh! For 5Ds and stuff when we did like this whole thing of signers versus dark signers with tournaments and stuff, and then he was assigned to play Will, and Will had the whale, and he like was sleeping over at my house with Julio at the time, and like he's like, oh, he woke up from like a dead sleep. It was like storming. Woke up from a dead sleep, and then he's like, the whale.
Oh my.
All right, okay.
Right.
Back on topic.
Please.
Sorry, guys. We try to have fun here. Okay, so getting on to the grade 3, which I love this card. I freaking love this card.
So do I.
Zubat Battler. Don't like the name. Zubat Battler Victor. I'm just gonna automatically assume it's Victor with a Zubat from Pokemon attached to his back.
No.
He's just the Zubat struggling to fly him
no.
around.
Because he's made of metal.
Because he's made of metal. Zubat's like, oh god,
get off the ground.
Okay. Auto Vanguard Circle Counterblast 1. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Choose a card from your hand. Call it to Rearguard Circle. Choose one of your units, and until end of turn, it gets Auto Vanguard Circle Rearguard Circle. Once per turn. When this unit attacks, choose one of your other rearguards and stand it. Also, Auto Vanguard Circle. At the end of your turn, if the number of face-up cards in your damage zone is 1 or less, countercharge 1. If the number of cards in your soul is 1 or less, soul charge 1. And if you countercharge and soul charge, draw a card. This is this is really good. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. So not only are you plussing because you're drawing a card, but then you're able to call a card from hand, give it a skill to restand rear guards, which is what they do best, and then it's also giving you a counter charge and soul charge engine, so you can go into
which they are always going to have since they've had it since season 1.
Yeah, they're not hurting for it, but
awesome.
it helps. Like,
right.
Why not? You know.
I definitely like the fact that he draws. Like, it's nice to, like, when you have nothing in your hand and you have to drop to stride, and then you get to draw a card, so you have another option, like a rear guard restanding. So that's pretty nice. It's definitely a good card.
Yeah.
I'd say immediate 4 of again.
Everything's a 4 of.
4 of, no matter what.
1,000 of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you could, I would.
If you could play an entire deck with this, you would. Beer. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get on to
the.
Or you
grade
want to
4.
bring something up? Okay, yeah.
The new grade 4 for Victor is Winning Champ Victor, and this one's awesome. This one's good. Its skill is Soul Blast 1 and choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up. When your rear guard stands, you may pay the cost. If you do, that unit gets, or that and this unit gets 5,000 power until end of turn, and then it has another skill. Generation Break 3. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, you draw a card, choose one of your opponent's rear guard with the least amount of power, and retire it. So it helps with slight control, getting rid of rear guards. It's only the least amount of power, but it's still like a good starter that's left back there. It's still a grade 1. It's still something. It's beast.
It still gives the deck somewhat a control option, and this isn't a once per turn thing. So you can go straight into this Victor and using all those skills to restand your stuff, keep flipping stuff over.
It's an engine for favorite champ.
Yeah, it's an engine to get to favorite champ quicker. It's an engine to you can get to GB8 quick. It excels the deck so much, which it kind of needs because the deck. I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty much you want to kill them as quickly as possible. You're rushing them to begin with grade 2s, sometimes grade 1s and stuff, swinging, and then when you go into your stride turn, you're swinging multiple times, and then with this and some of your new support and stuff, that new grade 2 we just talked about, everything like that, you're going to be swinging multiple times again. You're just constantly going for face.
It seems like most decks, when they're facing Nova Grapplers and they have their feet planted against you, they have that ironclad defense. Most times I found it to the point where I can't break through. Like, that, I think the point of all this new support is to try to get them so they don't plant their feet, so they don't get that big hand, and so you can kill them faster, way faster, end the game as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
That's awesome. I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah. I think this is a solid. I was excited when I saw this card. I was really excited for him just because he's been in love with Nova Grapplers for a long time. So that's the end of the Nova Grapplers segment. So what do you think impact for meta?
Well, if we were just to talk about these 3 cards.
We also do. I mean, we're just talking about these 3 cards, but we do have to take the entire set into account. There is a grade 1 that gives you rest it.
Yeah, rest it and choose 5 units, and they get resist.
So, yeah. My opinion. My opinion with it is that Novas are borderline like tier 2, but like they're good. They've been very good.
It just seems like with control decks, which it is a control meta, they don't seem to stand as much of a chance.
Exactly.
So yeah, I totally agree with you there. With
this stuff, honestly, I'd be surprised if they weren't tier 1. I would be This is Nova Grappler on steroids. This is doing what Aquaforce does best. It's like doing what Nova Grappler does best and then combining it with Aquaforce Resist Force. So you're gaining all that advantage. You're able to do everything and not have to worry about the only thing I'd say you would have to worry about is Link Joker a little bit, getting locked early game. And then if they're able to maintain your lock.
True.
But
they still have that, the new G-Guard that has that act skill where you can turn up anything face down, face up. Locked cards included.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So, like, even if, like, honestly, yeah, I'd be super surprised if they weren't tier 1.5 at least. I'm super impressed.
I think tier 1. I really do. I really think they're tier 1. I think they're, out of this set, Link Joker got a lot of really good stuff that it needed that was beneficial for it to remain, especially remain where it's at, which is tier 1 anyways. But Nova Grappler, I think, got the best of the set. Mm-hmm. They got all of the good stuff and all the stuff they've needed for a long time.
Definitely.
All right, so well, let's go ahead and get on to the Link Joker segment. This is the last part of it, and the first card we'll be talking about is actually Star Vader Chaos Breaker
Clothesline.
Just clotheslines.
Just
okay.
Clothesline.
All right, so Chaos Breaker Close. I hate Chaos Breaker. I don't like them. Okay. Anyways, auto Vanguard Circle. Choose a card with Star Vader in its card name from your hand and discard it. When this unit is placed on a Vanguard Circle, or when your G unit with Star Vader in its original card name strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, Soul Charge 1. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. Also, auto Soul Blast 1. When this card is discarded from hand, if you have a heart card with Chaos in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand and puts it on rearguard circle as a locked card. Yeah, this was good. I don't think it's going to take... I'm not a Link Joker player. I know quite a bit about the clan. He plays it as a secondary clan. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to replace Crisis. And I think it will become the secondary option. You're actually going to... I feel like you're going to be wanting to use this more for...
Second skill.
For the second skill.
Which they discard a lot, actually. Which is, like, even Deluge paying that cost.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even if it was for the cost of Stride, it would still go off.
Yeah.
So, either way, like, that's still something that they get to choose to lock. The only thing, I had to complain about a little bit, it's still a really good card, but was the fact that it, when you use it, if you have to ride it, it's you choose, which means, like, it's good, it's just that you can't choose resist and all that. And I think sometimes it's better for them to be able to choose. And yeah, the secondary skill is still really good, so I would still want to ride Crisis and keep as many of those in my hand as possible so I can use them throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah, I think you play 8, right? 8
Yeah.
3s. Yeah, so
if you were to play like me, you could play 4 of him and 4 of Crisis, but I know most people don't. Maybe 3.
I would probably play, again, just my opinion, I would probably do 3 copies. In his situation, do 3 copies and then play 1 dragon still. Just because Chaos Breaker Dragons, I think, still good in very specific matchups. So you might still want to have that as an option. You might not. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes Dragon still works. So your thoughts?
Good card.
Good card. Solid card.
For sure. But anyway, moving on. We got the Triple R for Messiah's Ideal Ego Messiah. And its skill is Auto Vanguard Circle. Once per turn, choose a card from your hand and put it on your rearguard circle as a locked card. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, or when your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Your opponent choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets 5,000 until the end of turn. And then it has another skill, Auto Rearguard Circle. Soul Blast 1 and lock this unit. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater with Messiah, You may pay the cost. If you do, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck. Put one of them, put up to 1 card on your rearguard circle as a locked card from among them, and shuffle your deck. So definitely a good card.
Definitely a good card.
Definitely.
I think this is needed, especially for that rearguard skill.
Yeah. It helps set up with locked cards.
I don't think it replaces Alter Ego Neo. I think that's still going to be your main ride target, and I think this will probably become like your secondary that you're playing for, probably for the rearguard skill. I like that rearguard skill.
Yeah, it's good for sure. So yeah, good card once again.
Solid card. Solid addition to the Messiah deck. All right, so let's get on to the GR of this set, which is Genesis Dragon Integral Messiah. So it's the stride, obviously. Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, if the number of face-up Messiahs in your G zone is 3 or more, all fighters return his or her entire hand to the deck and shuffle and draw 5 cards. Also, auto Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1, choose a face-down card from your G zone and turn it face up. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, unlock all of your locked cards. If the number of cards unlocked is 3 or more, soul charge 1, draw a card, and this unit gets plus 10,000 power. Beastly.
Beast.
I absolutely love this card. I haven't decided if it's something that should be played just like a 2 of. And I'm thinking you could go into this first stride just to try to benefit from get that plus, get that drawing and soul charge, and being able to swing for minimum of 36. You're probably going to be swinging for a lot more.
I still think that first skill is the reason that you'd want to go into the card in the first place. Honestly.
Yeah. That skill is going to catch a lot of people off guard.
They plant their feet, their hands massive. That card immediately sets them back.
Yep, it sets you back, and then if you planned for that too, if you guarded and did everything and you planned for that correctly, you can stride into this and then plus. Mm-hmm. So put 2 cards back or something and get 5. So and then you're getting triple drive on top of it. So this. I love this card. I think this is a good card. I think this is a needed addition into Messiah, and just obviously helps them out a lot. And yeah, you're able to plus even earlier on your first, like I said, first stride turn. You could go into this and plus off of it already. Set yourself up for Harmonix Neo later, because
which seems to be a lot easier to even do that.
Yeah, Harmonix Neo is scary. So yeah, that's it for the Link Joker portion. So, what are your thoughts on impacting the meta?
Well, okay, so Chaos Breaker will stay in Tier 1, no doubt about it. It just got a few tweaks to make it even better than it was before. So yeah, I don't believe that. Well, it can't go down. There's no way. And then with the new support for Messiahs, I would say they could go up for sure, especially with that integral. Maybe 1.5.
I think they're already in 1.5.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe they might stay there, if not go up to 1, because that integral. And Harmonix is still a very good and relevant card. So yeah, they'll either stay in 1.5 or go up into the Tier 1. Messiahs,
I've never been a huge fan of Link Joker in general, but Messiahs I've kind of liked. They've been kind of a unique deck. They've been borderline there for a lot of time, especially impacting the meta. And it seems like they tend to come around more, especially now when Chaos Breaker, another Link Joker deck, is more relevant. It's kind of like the almost an anti-meta deck in a way of an anti-way of fighting against Chaos Breaker. But it's started to become like its own unique thing, and it's able to fight better against other decks as well. And with this, I feel like that only reinforces that only helps it. It's become a very potent deck in and of itself, instead of just relying on another Link Joker deck in the meta being able to making it as good as it is. But I love it. I think Chaos Breaker is going to stay the same with tier 1. It's going to stay the same. And then Messiah. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it didn't get a bump, went up to tier 1 from 1.5. I mean, it's already there. It's borderline already there. You see it topping quite a bit. So yeah,
that's about it.
I think it's a really solid set overall. Really solid set. Xerath Dragon. You guys already heard my thoughts on it.
Perfection. Acts like a noble grappler immediately. We already had a discussion about this. It benefits D-Police more than ever, but it does give Link Joker a good finisher, and it acts like a noble grappler. So it's really good for all 3 clans, honestly. Definitely. It reminds me more of Noble Grappler, but it's perfect for all 3, especially because Link Joker doesn't have a restanding Vanguard. This gives him a restanding option. So yeah, that's it for us, guys. That's it for this discussion. We'll get back to you later in the week. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you later.